All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here talking real music in real time for a few real people out there just like you and just like me. Before I get rolling on this video, had a ton of reaction to the Lone Rider video I did on Saturday. Of course, I played the bait and switch game. All right. And I will admit it, I'm trying to get people to pay attention to something new. And here it is, Lone Rider, their brand new album, Sundown. All I can say is if you like Bad Company, this sounds like a Bad Company album. It just does. Production is amazing. The songwriting is excellent. The singing is perfection. I mean, the whole thing, the whole project is just fantastic. This album is their latest. They actually have a first album called Attitude. This is their second album just released called Sundown. Hopefully, I'm helping to sell a few copies of that. And no, I don't get paid. I know a lot of people think, oh, sure, you're just shilling for. Yeah, I'm shilling for a small record label, a good record label, but I'm shilling for them. No, I really like it. And I tend to talk about things that I really like. It's up to you. You may not like it. You may think it's too derivative and it's silly and yada, yada. Who isn't silly? John Rich is not silly. Formerly of the country duo Big and Rich. Also, I believe he was in Lone Star too, right? John Rich. I may be wrong on that. Country music star John Rich hit the top of the charts with a song slamming what some believe to be as progress. The word progress is the root word to progressive. Now, I know some progressives who aren't insane. I talk to them every so often, and we agree on a few things. But see, people tend to lump in the old school liberal, what they call classical liberalism, with this new kind of weird neoliberalism. And I don't know what this is. I mean, I just don't know. When they can't sit down and tell me the definition, for instance, of what a woman is, look, you can call me old geezer, boomer. I mean, just whatever, dude, whatever. So John Rich, who decided to go a little anti-progress here, has a song called Progress. And apparently it topped a few charts. It was released via Truth Social and Rumble. Within hours, it soared to #1 on the Apple iTunes song chart. That is just great news. Maybe the world can be saved. Maybe there is hope for humanity. I don't know. The song, if you haven't heard it, is excellent. By the way, it's more of a traditional country song. It is not soy boy. It is not, skinny jeans. It's not pop country. It's traditional sounding country. And John Rich, I think, is trying to play to that audience. Also, he's trying to play to the majority, not just half of the country. I truly believe the majority of the people in this country don't like the so-called progress that this song is making fun of. One of the lines in the song is, they say, building back better will make America great. There's two slogans that just don't seem to go together. If that's the wave of the future, all I've got to say is stick your progress where the sun don't shine, baby. Keep your big mess away from me and mine. If you leave us alone, well, we'd all be just fine. See, I'm more of a libertarian, and this is a libertarian kind of an argument. Yeah, you can call it conservative, call it whatever you want. I really don't care. Call it populist, call it normal. I would say just call it normal. When you say conservative, right? You know what I think of? I think of a bunch of guys mostly, and a few women out there, who promise a lot of stuff, who talk a really good game, who get you to send them money. And then, they'll say something again and you'll send them some more money. And then when they get to DC, what do? They keep talking, right? And they don't tend to break the machine apart. This song is designed to go at the machine. It goes after a couple of machines. First of all, it bypasses the traditional route to success on the country music charts, which would be terrestrial radio. Look, I like Morgan Wallen, right? I like him. There are a few guys on the scene that I like, all right? But they tend to not be traditional country. Just when you think they might be making a pivot back in that direction, they pull the rug out from under you, and you're sitting next to some guy at a traffic light, and these beats are coming from his car, what I like to call the traffic light bass that you can feel, that your license plate can feel, right? And is shaking around. And lo and behold, it's a country song, supposedly. And that's not. As much as I try to defend some of it for the melodic content, because some of it has a good hook, a good riff, and it's listenable and it's likable, but is it country? No. Well, John Rich here is definitely country. And his message, I think, appeals to a group of folks that really have checked out of a lot of music, not just country, but they're just not listening to a lot of new music, no matter what the genre is. By the way, Progress beat out Billie Eilish and Lizzo. Lizzo, oh my. As well as Kate Bush and Running Up That Hill. Can you believe I'm talking about a song from 1985 that was a college radio hit and now is just burning the place apart because it's in a movie, right? It's in a TV show. Was it Stranger Things? Anyway, Rich said, here I am with no record label, no publisher, no marketing deal. It is bypassing this machine they've built, going right around the machine, going right to the people. Amen. See, the moral of this, and it isn't just in the music business, it's politics, it is business, it's decentralization. Get the control away from these people who, again, act through corporations and say, hey, it's a private company, bro. No, it's not. It's a private, so-called private company acting on behalf of the government. That's what you're seeing. Even NGOs, as they like to call them, they're not NGOs. They're basically given contracts, big contracts by the government. So everybody is on the take. And that's why there are so many people who feel left out. They feel like, okay, nobody's really looking out for me. I mean, they're just lining their own pockets. And I get it. Self-preservation is a great motivation to keep saying the same stuff and making the man happy. All of these rock stars, right? And many country stars, unfortunately, used to say things against the establishment, or they would give the establishment a run for their money every so often just by not being, like everybody else, not being a lemming. But those days seem to be fading. But John Rich here gives us a little bit of hope. So thank you, John Rich, for saying what needs to be said. Progress, that's the name of the song. Streaming all over the place. There is a video on YouTube and, of course, Apple Music, Spotify, all the usual places. And, if you can spend, what is it, maybe $1.19 or something like that to download the song, yeah, why don't you support John Rich? It's worth the buck, right? If you're supporting me, right, for $1 a month, which, was like 200 people, 200 and something people do that. But, if you are, or if you're not, I mean, giving John Rich $1 and some change for his great song here, I think would be appropriate under the circumstances, since, again, he's sticking his neck out there and just telling it like it is. And yeah, John Rich is different. Good. Thank goodness somebody is different, because there are so few people in that industry who aren't saying what needs to be said. So that's it. Done. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, Patreon for $1 a month, and also subscribe right away. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I thank all the subscribers. There are people out there that just can't believe it, that I have that many, and I agree with them. Yeah, if I were in that conversation, I would say, you know what? You're absolutely right. I have no business, but I have some really cool people who are over here supporting the channel, and I appreciate that very much. One more time before I go, before I check out, I'm Lone Rider. There it is, Sundown, courtesy of Escape Music, the brilliant Khalil Turk, marketing, production. Look at that. album cover. Just the album cover alone makes me want to buy that. And wait till you hear it. If you like Bad Company, holy crap, Batman, you're